Women's Bakery. I met Markie Culver in 18 at EBA with Eric Riggle and was really just impacted by what they're doing. They're changing lives through bread. And I thought, boy, that's a pretty incredible thing that they're doing. And so researched more in 19, I believe. I went over in May with Eric and his wife and saw it firsthand. And that's always super relevant. When you see something, you hear about it, but if you see it firsthand, you see lives changing. You hear the stories, and it was truly amazing. So talked to the BEMA board about supporting this organization. We have since then. And today, Markie and Madeleine are going to give us an update. And we have a really special treat that they're going to talk about as well. So please welcome Markie Culver.
Thanks. That was awesome. Thank you. Okay, am I on? Great. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all very much. We are thrilled to be back at BEMA, especially to back in person. Yes, thank you so much. I do need that. And my name is Markie Culver. I'm the founder and CEO of the Women's Bakery, and this is Madeleine Binsfrahm. She is the development director at the Women's Bakery. And before we begin, because we do have a treat for you today, I would just like to extend a heartfelt thanks to BEMA and BEMA members. You all got us through a very difficult time last year, and because of that, we're able to be with you today. So I'm not going to talk for long today, actually, because you all are in for a treat, as Kerwin said. I think many of you have heard from me before, so we thought we'd shake it up a little bit this year and have you hear directly from one of our Rwandan managers who's zooming in with us from Rwanda today. Her name is Tessa Soni. She is the regional manager for the Women's Bakery. This means she oversees 2 of our 3 bakeries in Rwanda. So without further ado, Tessa, I will pass it to you.
Thanks, Markie. Hi, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I can't really see everyone, but I hope you can all see me. So as Markie said, I'm calling in from Rwanda, Kigali. Before I start, does everyone know what Rwanda is? And if not, Rwanda is a small but mighty country in East Africa. There, right there. That's where it is. That's where I am right now. So I'm very happy to be here with you all. And today I'm going to tell you a bit about the Women's Bakery and who we are. So we are a social enterprise, and that means we are a nonprofit in the US and that owns for-profit bakeries in Kigali, in Rwanda. And what we do, we basically empower women through training on how to bake and sell nutritious and affordable bread. And here's our 5-year vision. We want to have 10 bakeries operating with 100 women empowered and selling at least 10,000 pieces of bread a day. And how are we going to get to do that? You might ask. Well, with our vision and our model. So this is our circular model. And as you can see, it's circular, meaning that once all the steps on this model are achieved, we start over again. And here's how it usually goes. So first, we recruit East African women. Right now, we're only operating in Rwanda, but the goal is to expand to other East African countries. Then these women go through an accredited training program. And once they graduate from that program, they're offered a certificate and officially offered full-time employment. This is when we launch a bakery and women are gainfully employed. And also here comes in our whole women programming, which has social and economic empowerment as a goal. These bakeries go on and sell thousands and thousands of bread to their communities. And with the help of those sales, a bakery is able to achieve profitability, meaning that it's able to cover its operating costs. And right now, we're estimating that a bakery gets to this between 3 to 5 years. And I'm actually happy to report that of the 3 bakeries that were operating in Rwanda, 1 has already hit this goal as of March 2021, and the other one is right behind it, and it's projected to hit this target by July this year. So then once a bakery gets to this point, we analyze the success and we apply to a new bakery, and then the cycle begins again. So this is our model in a summary. And before I go any further, I'd like to echo Markie and thank BEMA for having us us here today, and the baking industry. Special shout out to Kerwin. Thank you so much for all the support. Like Markie said last year, it's very humbling for us to have so much support from the baking industry, and we're very, very grateful. So today I wanted to give you a quick update and tell you what we've been up to. So since last year, we've obviously had to readjust our operations. We had to divide our shifts in smaller groups. Our hours of baking had to be reduced, and the bakeries have to observe a very strict protocol. This is because we really wanted to make sure that our bakers are operating in the safest environment possible for them. Because for many of our bakers, it's not just a job, it's like a family, and they trust us like a family. And whereas many of our operations and baking operations look like that of a normal bakery, a lot of it actually doesn't. So our women have access to mental health counseling, they have access to family planning, they have access to insurance. We have so many trainings, we have family planning trainings, we have gender equality trainings, we have trainings about financial literacy, and so many more. So now I'd like us to take a look at the numbers. So this is a summary for our bread sales from 2016 to 2020. And as you can see, as of 2016, we sold about 5,000 pieces of bread. And by 2020, we sold 672 pieces, 516. And this is not random that our numbers are in pieces. This is because if someone cannot afford to buy a loaf or a pack, they can at least afford to buy a piece of bread. And this is the heart of the Women's Bakery, is to make our bread as affordable as possible, because many times, and especially in rural areas, affordability rhymes with accessibility. So I would like to introduce you to the women behind these numbers. Meet Grace and Asia. So Grace is the one with the white hat and the white apron on the left. And I'm going to talk about Grace today, but when you have time, I can talk about all of our bakers, really. I can do this for hours. So Grace joined the Women's Bakery in April 2018. And before she joined, she was the sole provider of a family, and without any kind of education or training, it was hard for her to even provide a meal a day for her children. And after she joined the Women's Bakery, she has really become one of the best and strongest baker we have on all our teams. And as of now, she can afford to pay at least 2 meals a day for her children. She can afford to pay school fees. She can afford to pay rent, and she can even afford to save money for the future. And if you ask Grace what are the main things that she has benefited from since she joined the Women's Bakery, she'll tell you that it's the financial freedom and the job security that she has had since basically she joined in 2018. And for me personally, Grace is really an embodiment of what a true women's bakery is. She's confident, she's skilled, and she doesn't have any fear over the future or what she's going to do with her future. And I think for me personally, this is my inspiration. So I'd like also to speak a little bit about one of the star projects that we have. It's called the One Bread Project, and it's a school feeding program. So this is a program that serves thousands of students with daily bread. And there's so many good, positive impact that this project has had, but I'd like to talk about the 3 main components of the project. So one, most of the students don't only have 1 meal a day, and that is usually dinner. And we realized that even just the fact of adding 1 nutritious snack onto their days and their meals has actually improved the attendance and the attentiveness in class. And this is feedback that we've been getting from the headmasters, from the parents, from the school, and even from the students themselves. Another component of it is that many of the feedback that we have is how much this project has helped our bakery to be a bigger part of the community. So because of this project, we have worked with many more schools, we've worked with many more organizations, many more other local businesses in the area. And also lastly, because of this project, the production has increased. I think the Gicumbi bakery has tripled production since we started this project. And because of that, the bakers were able to unlock a new salary raise. So as you can see, this is a project that has really worked. We launched it as a pilot at one of our bakeries, but we want to make it a project at all the different bakeries that we have. So last, I'd like to talk to you about some really good news. The University of Global Health Equity has invited us to build a new bakery. This picture was taken on the road on the way to Butaro, the new location for the new bakery. And we're very excited because this means we get to do everything again. We get to train a new team, we get to hire a new management team, maybe we get to redo everything again and start over again. So we're very excited. And this is how we want to end this year, 2020, with this project already starting. I think that's all the time I have for today. But before I go, I would like to still share a few of the projects where we still need funding for. Like I said, the One Bread project is something that we want to have at all our different locations. And just to give you a bit of context, about $20 can cover bread for one student for the whole year. So that's around $12,500 for 500 students for a whole school year. That is one project that we really want to duplicate at all of our different locations. Another big project that we have, like I said, is the school. We still need to build a new bakery. We need to hire a new team. We need to train and recruit new bakers and so on. So we're very excited, and I hope you can follow us through that. So thank you very much. I'm going to pass it to Markie and Madeleine.
Okay, great. Well done, Tessa. That was wonderful. And we don't have time for Q&A today, but if you all do have questions, we're here all day today and tonight, and we welcome them. So thank you all very much, and we look forward to talking to you.